Lee, also known as McWilson.
You're getting closer every week.
She don't figure out what she is.
You're so close.
I almost said it. Hold on. McWilson and 89. See, told you.
I would give my intro, but I don't want to.
You don't
Yeah. You guys know who I am by now. At least you should. It's me, AngelLeeTv. Ready for my kiss. Yeah. Okay.
Today's episode of House Wine is brought to you by, well, not really brought to you by, we bought it.
We brought it and we drank it, so we're bringing it to
you. Today we tried Ava Gray's Vineyards Red Blend. It was pretty good. It just tastes like a berry blend. It says there's hints of vanilla in here somewhere, but it was just a really nice, not sweet at all. Like, we didn't want anything sweet. It's not even a semi-sweet. There's no sweetness in this, and that's why we like it. Because we're not 21 anymore. We're 31, and there's like, the older you get, the more you're like, I vibe with this. It was fairly cheap. Like, it wasn't any more than $20 for this bottle. I don't even think it was $15. And
I like the label. It kind of gives you that Louis Vuitton type thing.
Sophistication.
Yeah.
And it's,
fancy.
and it's almost 14% alcohol.
Yes, it is.
And it don't taste like you'll have a hangover tomorrow. Because most of those sweet wines that you be drinking will give you the worst hangovers of your life.
Yep. So no MD 2020s, no Wild Irish Rose, none of that. You have to move on.
Exactly. As usual, we had a topic for today's episode, but
it evolved into something else.
We had conversations, and that led to mapping out something else. And today we're going to talk about one of, like, all of our favorite things. Everyone likes music. We're going to try to talk about music without getting any copyright strikes from YouTube, which is, that's a feat. Because they give you hella copyright strikes.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about musicians without having their music in there.
I know, but it's so much more fun when we can. So if you are an artist and you would like for us to feature some of your music without suing us, just leave it in the comment section.
Hold on, wait. What's it, Randy call it?
Demonetized.
We did not want to be demonetized.
Not that we're monetized yet, but we would like to have the chance to get monetized, and we don't want to get demonetized before we get there. So, you know, please
love
be nice to
us.
Yeah, be nice to us.
This is an artful episode. The art of not getting demonetized.
Yep.
So
I swear I'll put that graphic somewhere over there. Demonetized.
So the first, like, we're gonna start light, we're gonna end light because that's what I have to do. What is, like, your favorite underrated artist? Like, if you listen to something that you don't think other people listen to, like, you can name no more than 3.
I can't.
Okay,
I don't know her.
Does it matter what genre?
It don't matter what genre.
Old?
No, just the
Underrated
artist. Any underrated artist or somebody you think needs to get more shine. You're gonna take an hour.
Aria Speedwagon.
Okay.
I don't. Okay. I'm gonna leave my comments because I want y'all to know that didn't even count. I feel like that should be. You know how they be like, nah, that don't. But okay, you get your opinion. I want to say Jasmine Sullivan, but I feel like we hear stuff from her more than some other.
It's just
artists.
not consistent.
Yeah, like
She deserves way more love than she got.
Okay, I got one.
okay.
Well, she does get noticed,
Who?
but she should
Just
be
say who.
her.
That don't count.
She's
That
not
definitely doesn't count.
underrated.
We love you, her. I'm not saying that you like.
We
You
love
should get
you.
more shine because
She's not underrated.
She's definitely not underrated.
She's definitely mainstream. Like,
Yeah.
people love her.
Okay. I know someone, and definitely.
You're gonna name somebody like Beyonce. Watch.
No, I'm not. I was actually what's his name? Daily.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Agreed. Daily.
I love you.
Watch it now. Don't go.
So did you have any more to name? Since you named a few.
She went by Algebra for a while, and I think her real name is Angela Blissett.
Oh, I've heard.
Yeah.
Some of her stuff.
Yeah.
I have another one. Hold on. No, I really do.
Well, she gonna pull out somebody like Clyde McFadder or some old person.
No, I actually do have another one.
Okay, who?
The Stress.
Ooh, there's another one. But see, he's kind of mainstream, but I feel like he flip-flopped. And as soon as he started putting out like weird music, they kind of cut him off. Maxwell.
That's like, no, he wasn't. Like if I had to name my 3 or 4, it would be the people that don't get enough love. Kate with 2 eyes. Never seen Kate out that way. She's good. Coda the Friend. We listen to a lot of him right now. Kyle and Say Grace.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and we just talked about her, Victoria Monet.
Yeah, she deserves all the love. I love her.
That girl can sing.
I follow her on Instagram.
Oh, love you.
I also like Jade Ink. Like, I was like, oh.
There's so many artists that if we really sat down and made a list, we could go on and on and on and on and on.
But the technology has made it that there's a saturation of music to the point where we're always listening to someone, even if we don't.
Solange be?
She's underrated. Yeah, you right.
She is underrated.
Yeah.
I like vibe with Solange all the time.
Oh wait, not only her,
Crane's
but
my jam.
Guapel.
How do you say her name?
You guys have been mispronouncing something
so terrible. What is her name?
And I don't even know who you guys are talking about. I was
Guapel.
No, it's. She had a real slow song that was on that movie Honey with what's his face, Mekhi Phifer and that other chick.
I'm gonna have to Google it after this because I'm like, maybe I know who you guys are talking about, but you're mispronouncing it so terribly that I don't.
It's spelled Goapel. It's Goapel.
Are you sure it's not Goapel?
It might be that her. It could be that.
She sings the song Play. I think it's called
I will
Play.
Google how to pronounce her name because I'm like,
she's not underrated. She just ain't doing nothing. Emile LaRue from Groove Theory.
That's a good one.
She came out with some thing called Lovely Standards after she put out, I think, Brave Bird or whatever it was. That was dope. And then she came out with Lovely Standards, and I really thought it was going to be like a good album, but she was serious when she said Lovely Standards. It was literally a CD of standards, like, you know, Frank Sinatra standards. I was like, why? Why? And I bought it, like, wholeheartedly, bought the CD, hard copy. Very disappointed.
It's nice that you're talking about memories, so we're going to go back. And what was like your first musical experience that made you fall in love with music?
Oh, oldies.
But what?
Which
one?
Like there's a lot of
Name a song.
I can name a lot.
No, name one song.
Like I think it's name like a musical experience that made you fall in love with music.
Anywho, I don't know what kind of experience she had, and I'm not really sure I want to know. My first experience with music that made me know like it was everything was I used to have to sleep on the couch when I was a kid because we only had a 1-bedroom apartment. So me and my grandma would sleep on the couch, and my great grandma would wake up in the morning and she'd put on vinyl, and we would wake up to music. And I remember she used to put on this one artist, Carl Anderson. He's way back when. But there was like a couple of songs, and I used to listen to like the instruments in it, and I listened to it over and over and over. And then I got introduced to Luther Vandross,
That's all I was about to say. Luther Vandross is the one I got turned on to whenever I was really, really younger. It was Luther Vandross. It was the Shy Lights. It was, I could go on forever.
Yeah, stop, please. Like, she's really not that old. She just.
I am that old.
But
it's
yeah.
just I look this
And then
young.
when I got older, I didn't, the only thing I had was radio.
Mm-hmm.
So my first, like, encounter on the radio was, like, house music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now they call it something else, like,
EDM?
yeah, it's kind of like, I want to write, like,
EDM.
Yeah.
I used to write for this Toronto blog, and I was reviewing music, and they would send me EDM music a lot of the time.
Yeah, like, all of that stuff, and people, and, it's, all my other friends were listening to, like, Hot 97, like, TLC, and these are artists that I hadn't even experienced until I went to school.
But because of, I don't want to say because of house, because hip-hop and, like, a lot of other genres, they do sample old music, but a lot of these EDM house artists, they do sample a lot of old music and they bring it back. Like someone really did a really good mix of Whitney Houston's music. I was like,
Yeah.
you did that justice. I'll give that to you. And I was like, house music ain't all the same. Like when Skrillex did that, he did that Rick Ross. He collaborated with Rick Ross for the Suicide Squad soundtrack.
Oh, yeah,
That was awesome because sometimes I fight with if Suicide Squad soundtrack was actually better than like the actual movie. I was like,
it was really good.
It was really good, but I listened to the soundtrack more than I watched the movie. Like that.
Sometimes I find myself watching the movie because I know one of the songs is getting ready to play, and I'm like
that Purple Lamborghini song that Skrillex did. I was like, that was nice.
Yeah.
They spent money on that.
I also like that one song on Suicide Squad.
Heathens?
Yeah,
That was nice.
Yeah.
that's like my favorite song.
Minus Lil Wayne's verse.
Yeah. That and what is her name?
Say Grace?
Nah. Or is it? No, Kalani.
Yeah.
Gangster, yeah. I was like, I love this song.
It's so sad that I know every single song off of it.
Yeah, like the soundtrack. But see,
That's a Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, I know.
But yeah, those were my first encounters with music. And then I got, I finally got a CD player, and it was basically over with. But back in my day, CDs had just come out. So they were like $20, $30 a piece, if you can imagine that. So you weren't just buying, so you were very strategic about what CD you bought. And then they had that thing where it was like 12 CDs for a penny, and then you get messed up.
Yep.
And they keep sending you stuff. I had the dopest CD collection of everybody.
Like, literally, there was, like, behind, like, there's a little shortcut to get to East Hills. So it's like we would go up there and we'd go to the record thing. We'd sit there and we'd buy records or whatever for, like, the Lola back in the day.
My first musical experience, probably don't remember it because I grew up with my dad being a DJ. He used to travel the country and he would be in DJ competitions. To the point where, like, the prize was, like, money and a belt, like, DJ belts. Like, he still has these belts from winning DJ competitions.
Dope.
And then when my little brother became a DJ, I used to help him carry crates of, like, records into house parties. And we had, like, a little studio in our house growing up. So music has always, like, been in my family. And it's funny because I thought everybody knew how to read music, even though I quit playing a lot, the violin and the flute. I was like, I could still read music. And I was like, I thought that was a thing that everybody could do. Like, you give me a sheet, I could write down the letters and the notes and be like, hey, this is what it is.
That's a blessing that you knew how to play the violin and the,
I don't remember so much how to play violin anymore because I quit that very early, but I still know how to play the flute because I can't whistle, but I can play the hell of a flute. But the fact is, we never got to play anything that I wanted to play. So, like, in my downtime, I learned different things on how to play, like, things that I would play by, like, ear instead of playing by notes. I was like, this is what I want to sound
That's mainly
like.
how I learned how to play everything. It's like, and then I realized when I started spending more time with my dad, that's basically how he learned how to play guitar. He was a master guitar player, and he could listen to something and just pick it up.
When my cousin wanted to play the flute, like, I had, like, graduated high school, and I still had my flute. I didn't play it as much anymore, but I still knew how to play it. But when she is still young, and she was like, I want to play the flute, and I knew my aunt may not have wanted to pay for a flute, so I was like, she could have my flute, so I gave my flute to her.
You can still like you can sit there and you can hear notes.